Hello, and welcome to this training where we're talking about how to claim more than enough in your life and in your business. I'm Emma Churchman, spiritual teacher and success mentor to conscious entrepreneurs. I'm really delighted that you're here. I'm excited about today's training. As you all know, I'm woo, but I'm also super down to earth and practical, and I love to translate universal concepts in a way that is accessible to business owners. What I've learned from a lot of you is that it can actually be terrifying to have more than enough. More than enough money, time, success, visibility, joy, ease, desire, the list goes on. Most of us have no paradigm for allowing more than enough. In this training, we're going to talk about 4 ways that entrepreneurs engage with money that significantly impacts our ability to have more than enough. And those ways are financial obligation, financial irresponsibility, financial escapism, and financial freedom, and what to do to begin allowing more than enough. All right, let's start with the universal law of abundance. This is a really good framework to begin with. So many of us do not allow ourselves more than enough joy, time, ease, grace, compassion, love, nourishment, and support. So why the heck would we allow more than enough money? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And the truth is that more than enough is available to all of us. Wallace Wattles writes in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, that no one is kept in poverty by a shortness in the supply of riches. There is more than enough for all. Buckminster Fuller, in the earlier 20th century, actually calculated that if all the wealth in the world was divided equally among its citizens, each and every one of us would be a millionaire. It's natural, therefore, for everyone to be abundant. The things that get in our way are feeling lack, despair, and confusion, and the inability to operate effectively with the universal law of abundance. So what happens is that we as spiritual beings come into this world and then we get totally confused with human limiting beliefs. There are a lot of humans who believe that being poor is noble, that God hates those that help themselves, and that we are separate from the universe. So we create this almost culture of poverty. We perpetuate this dysfunctional relationship with the law of abundance. Perpetuating those limiting beliefs is definitely one of the ways to exist in the world. But here's the thing. If you feel deeply called to share your purpose and your mission in the world, you're going to have to get into a functional relationship with the law of abundance. Because if you don't have money, you will not have the resources that you need to do the big work you're called to do in this world. Because for whatever reasons, humans, our choices are dictated by money. When you're unwilling to receive money, you're actually interrupting the natural flow of the universe and the universal law of abundance. So what is money? Money is creative energy in the third dimension. It's here to help create our experiences. Money is what allows us to have more choices. And the more choices you have, the more easily you can express yourself in the human experience. Financial freedom means making the choices that we want to make. So let's talk about how to expand your capacity to have more than enough vibrationally. So our vibrational state is kind of like a rubber band. Right? If you try to stretch a rubber band too quickly or too forcefully, it's going to break. A lot of conscious entrepreneurs focus on having more positive thoughts and feelings about money. But in order to stretch our vibrational rubber band, we've got to take action, right? That's what's going to stretch our vibration, because when it comes to money, which is a physical manifestation, we've got to change our physical vibrational state in order to attract more of it. When it comes to increasing money in our business, it's all about actions that we're taking that expand our vibration. Action is what changes our vibrational state. And our physical vibrational state is really dense, and it's very slow to shift. It requires taking new action over and over a period of time to create change. If we try to change our vibrational state too quickly, we can experience trauma. For example, a lot of entrepreneurs will have these breakout sales months, and then they end up severely contracting the next month and having much slower sales than normal because they're trying to recover from the trauma of vibrationally stretching too quickly. Your vibrational elasticity is the amount of stretch or change that your physical vibrational state can comfortably handle without contracting. So it's the same as with a rubber band, right? You want to be very careful about how much you stretch it at any given time. Humans are built to deal with stressful situations, but that doesn't mean that we should or that it's sustainable, right? It's not sustainable for you to be caught up in fight or flight all of the time. So when you overstretch, there are consequences, like being on a financial roller coaster, right? So being aware of how intentionally you're shifting your vibrational state in a way that you can sustain without having to contract is really a key. I want to talk about 4 ways that entrepreneurs engage with money that impacts our ability to have more than enough, in addition to what's going on with our vibrational state. The first is financial obligation. So this is when you're paying for an experience that you've already had, like student loan debt, credit card debt. We can come to resent paying those bills, but we've got to. But you want to manage your financial obligation in a way that has minimal impact on you, right? Automate debt payments so that you don't have to think about them and they're not impacting your day-to-day life. The second is financial irresponsibility. So this is when you skip out on a financial obligation, which creates a karmic shitstorm, right? So when you make a financial commitment that you cannot afford to maintain, like hiring a coach and beginning to pay them and halfway through backing out of the coaching contract, it puts the responsibility, the cost on the coach instead of on you where it belongs. And it creates essentially an energetic financial prison. It's going to be way harder to make more money in your business when you're playing with that kind of karmic irresponsibility. The third is financial escapism. So spending dream money before you have it, thinking that that's magically going to attract more money to you. This is escapism. This isn't living in reality. It is dangerous to make business decisions based on extraordinary breakout months or what you think your business will generate in the coming months. So this is one of the biggest hardships in the entrepreneurial community because there are coaches out there who will say, you know, you have to spend the money before you've got it because that's going to show the universe that you're committed to this, right? So spending money you don't have doesn't put you into abundance, it puts you into escapism. It puts you into a lot of fear and scarcity energy because only about 10% of people who follow the advice of spend money before you have it to get triggered into massive action are actually able to make more money, right? But what they're doing is they're working really hard to play catch up all of the time. So when we have that spectacular sales month, we don't realize that we're making choices from escapism. We think that we're making these choices from freedom, right? We want to really make our financial choices based on our average months, not on our breakout months. And then the fourth area is financial freedom. And this is where you're expressing yourself authentically. These are money habits that raise your vibration, that give you new experiences, that are little splurges that really help lift you up, like going to a day spa, like hiring the housekeeper, like having something happen in your business that you couldn't afford before, but you're giving yourself the splurge because you've made more than enough money to be able to afford it. So you want to be looking at the choices that you're making with your money, and are they coming from obligation energy? Are they coming from freedom energy? Are they coming from escapism? Are they coming from irresponsibility? And really be aware of the motivation behind what you're doing with your money. All right, you all, that brings us to the end of this training. Let me know, as always, what ahas, thoughts, comments, insights you have in the comments below as a result of watching this. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of these trainings. And if you are interested in private mentoring with me, you can go to emmachurchman.com/abundance. That's going to share with you information about my 2-week one-on-one intensive Abundance by Soul Design, which is the first step in working with me. There's an application link. Everyone is required to apply for this program. I only work with 3 entrepreneurs a month in this program. There's often a waiting list. So if this is something you've got on your radar screen, go ahead and check out that link and apply today. All right, you all, many blessings to you. Bye for now.